close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
What's going on, guys? How are we all doing? I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Big up to everybody in the chat. Do hit that like button. Do subscribe if you are new to the channel. Would really appreciate that. We march on. I'm literally 10 away, or even less than that. I think it's 9 away from hitting my target of 2,100, and then it's on to the next target. So yeah, do hit that subscribe button. Let me know. I think you guys can see me okay. I think you guys can hear me all right. And listen, we're very close to making a signing, and that is Martin Odegaard. Now, I don't really know how I feel about this, and the reason why I don't know how I feel about this is because I've got mixed emotions. I've got mixed emotions as to whether this is a good signing or not. And the reason why I've got mixed emotions is because last year when he was on loan, last season, he came in at a time where, let's be honest, our season was poor. We were having a crap season. And he came in and he started very well. He started incredibly well. Then he got a little bit of an injury, and since then he came back. His performance has dipped. But so that's why I'm not really convinced on him in that respect. The things that I'm a little bit unsure about is that he is still young. He's still got room for improvement. And he's been on a lot of loans. Let's be honest. He's been on a lot of loans. He's not really had a chance to get into that Real Madrid side. Is that his fault? It's hard to say whether that's the fact that he's performed poorly. You have to remember, at Real Madrid, he wasn't getting in over the likes of Ronaldo and all them players, Bale. He wasn't getting in over them. So it's hard to kind of judge whether those loan spells were because he was poor in quality. Now, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this signing excites me, because it doesn't. It doesn't excite me. But what I am saying with this signing is I'd like to see him. And the reason why I'd like to see him is because what Friday proved to me is that you could start players who we rate, and we all rate Balogun, don't we? We all rate Martinelli, and they both started on Friday. Now, what that says to me is, and the reason why I'm bringing this up now in regards to the Odegaard talk, is because they're quality players. We all rate them, and even they on Friday didn't look great. Now, is that because they're crap players? No, it's because we have got a manager who is not good enough. And let me tell you, I can put money on it that Arteta ain't going to finish the season at Arsenal. Everything's pointing to the beginning of the end for Mikel Arteta. So signing Odegaard, I think under Arteta, he's going to massively underperform, like a majority of the players. But under a different manager, which is what I'm looking at now, because let's be honest, Arteta's on borrowed time, and it's only a matter of time before this board and the owners pull the plug on him. It's all pointing in that direction. When you've lost the dressing room, in the way that Arteta has, it's only going to end one way. And I'm sorry, it's going to be him out of a job. So I'm looking at that from a point of view. If Arteta was sticking around and he'd just come in, listen, I'm not saying that Odegaard is the answer. I'm not saying that he's going to fix all of our problems, because he ain't. But what I am saying is, and I know you guys are probably saying it's not that elite signing, and you're right, it's not that elite signing. But all I'm saying is, think about it logically, right? Yeah. When a new manager comes in, because a new manager will come in. Let's be honest. Let's be clear about that. We're not going to finish this season with Arteta. I can guarantee that now. And I'm not confident on that, but it's just a gut feeling that I am getting. But let me know, guys. Just think about it for a second, right? Yeah. Odegaard might be under a different manager. And I think putting him under a different manager will make him a better player, make him a better player. The fact that he's had a season, 5 seasons on loan, and the fact that he's not really broken into the Real Madrid side, you can't really go off that. And do you know, my opinion has changed on Odegaard, because I didn't want him, and he's not my first choice. If I was in charge personally, I wouldn't buy him. But then I got to thinking about the fact that Arteta's probably not going to last the season. Arteta's probably not going to last the season. And then I also looked at the fact that Odegaard's still young, so he could develop. And part of the fact why he might not have hit the ground running is because, those 5 loans, it's hard to settle when you get loaned out. Look at what's happening with Saliba, and look at what's happening, with certain other players. And look at, what happened with Martinez. He got loaned out. So I'm not necessarily against this signing, and I know some of you are. And you know what? You guys have got valid reasons. I'm not against it because I don't dislike him. The thing that worries me, and I'll be honest with this signing, the thing that worries me is that I've not seen enough quality from him. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't quality there, because there probably is quality there, but I've not seen it from him. I've not seen enough of it. And I'm hoping now, what I'm hoping for is that this season we can see a lot more from him. The other thing that worries me is this going to be the only signing now, between now and the end of the window? And what also worries me is that I don't think Arsenal are going to sign anybody else. That's worrying for me. And you know what, guys? I'll be more concerned about the Aaron Ramsdale signing than this Odegaard signing. And the reason why I say that is because Aaron Ramsdale does not make sense. Odegaard kind of makes sense. Big up Jamie. Big up Arsenal Manic. We saw him last season, says Arsenal Manic. Nothing to write home about. He was okay, underwhelming, and overpriced. Do you know the price though, right? And this is the thing. The price is a little bit concerning. Would I have paid 30 odd million for him? Maybe not. And as for the performance, look, it's one of them, innit? It's one of them where he done all right. He done okay. Exactly, he done okay. But the problem is, right? The problem we've got is, who else would we bring in? Like, I've seen a lot of people suggesting we could bring in Hossamawar. We could still do that. Listen, if Arsenal are allowed to sign another midfielder, we could still do that. Are we going to do that? Probably not, because this club is run like a fucking joke. So we could probably still do that. But I'd rather have Odegaard going into that Chelsea game than going in than going not into that Chelsea game with no attacking midfielder. And I just look, only time will tell whether he's a good signing or not. I don't think he's the worst signing we could make. I think it's one of them that if we bring in somebody else alongside him, then you could probably justify doing it. But if he's the only attacking midfielder and we don't bring in an experienced attacking midfielder, then you probably could say, "Oh, is Odegaard going to be enough?" Probably not. Big up Static. Big up Uncle Bobby said he ain't any good. Underwhelming and trash. Big up Mike as well in the chat. Big up Crash for Ramsdale is almost done, says James. Grant says this is Arsenal. This is a terrible signing. He won't fix Arsenal problems. We moved to the Emirates to compete with Europe's elite. Now we're buying Madrid's crap. Madrid scraps. Do you know the thing? Look, I get why you guys are against it. I completely do get it, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that I think you give him he might perform better. He's got potential. Odegaard. That's the thing, right? Yeah, he's got potential, and I'm looking at him. I'm not looking at him under Arteta. Because let's be honest, anyone look at Aubameyang, right? Yeah, who's a quality player, and I'm not sticking up for Aubameyang here. And the reason why I'm not sticking up for Aubameyang here is because I do think he's obviously just given up a little bit. But I am going to make this point, guys, and I've got to make this point because Friday was an eye opener for me, and it just confirmed what I already knew. And remember last season, at the end of this season, everybody was going, "Oh, we want to see Balogun, we want to see Martinelli, give them starts, let them start." They started on Friday and they were still trash. Now, I'm not saying that they're trash because they're crap players, but they were trash. And the reason they were trash is because Arteta's tactics and systems. So I'm looking at Odegaard thinking, and I see potential in Odegaard, but I see potential under a different manager. And this is what I'm do you know what? I've spent the last couple of days really coming to terms with the fact that we are shit. Do you know what I mean? I ain't going to lie. It's heartbreaking. I'm coming to terms with the fact that we are fucking dog shit. And I'm coming to terms with the fact that I'm also coming to terms with the fact that Arteta is not going to be manager, so I'm thinking ahead. Now, I'm not just thinking here. I'm thinking that given the way things are going, Arteta is going to be out of a job. And I can't tell you, when that day comes, I'm going to throw a party on this channel. I'm going to throw an Arteta's leaving party. But he is leaving. Let's get that right, guys. Let's look. The writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. Arteta's done. He is finished. He acts and talks like a man who knows that he's on his way out. And you know what? It's just a question of when. And I've been coming to terms with that fact over the last couple of days. From everything that's been said, from everything that's come out, from everything that the way things are going, he is done. He's finished. He's gone. And you know what? There comes a point, and I was thinking about this earlier today, right? There comes a point where now I'm not blaming Arteta because we know he's not good enough. Now, hear me out here, because you lot are going to, I know you lot in the chat are going to go, what the fuck have you turned your point? No. I still think Arteta's rubbish. But hear me out here. The reason why I'm not blaming him any longer is because we all know he's out of his depth. We all know he's not good enough. We all know that he's shit. We all know that he's trash. From now on in, anything that happens is not on Arteta. Everything that happens now is on the board for keeping him in place longer than they have to. So remember when Unai Emery got to the really bad days before he lost his job. And I said the same thing back then. And obviously, I didn't have my own channel, but I said the same thing back then towards the end of Emery. And I'm saying it now. Anything going forward it's on the board. It's not on Arteta because Arteta is employed. Obviously, we know that he ain't going to quit his job. Obviously, who's going to do that? So the board now need to sack him. They need to sack him. So anything that happens now is not, yes, on the pitch is Arteta's fault, but it's the board's fault for letting this happen. So I don't want you guys thinking, oh my God, is he going back to being is he supporting Arteta? No, absolutely not. I would never support that fucking clown. But I'm just saying that anything going forward now is on the board, and anyone up there is in a position of power that can pull the plug on Arteta, because they need to pull the plug right now, in my opinion. And it's happening. It's just a question of when, not if. Have we got Ramsdale yet for 35 million? Let's have a look here. Big up Steve, King Tony. Omar says, I didn't want him, but hope he does well. In regards to Odegaard. Big up Sam Greenwood's in the chat. Have I got a ticket for the Chelsea game? I have, but I ain't going because I'm going to a family barbecue. Let me have a look here. Big up Alan Attic. Do hit the likes, everybody. Everyone smash that like button. Let's have a look. Let me... Right, let's have a look. Arteta fraud out. Let's have a look. Aubameyang was quality, ain't anymore. Yeah, and I agree, Omar. Like Aubameyang is not. It's a lot of it down to him. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of you in the chat. These comments are moving like mad. The only Static, I just seen your comment. The only potential Odegaard has to leave after 6 months. Big up Ethan. Let's have a look. Bob, dog shit's more of a threat. Oh my God. We're off to Lidl to shop, says Jamie. Mike says, I think your party will be before Christmas. Honestly, I am. When Arteta leaves, I'm throwing a party. You know what I mean? It's mad. Big up Taib as well. Alan Attic says we wasted a whole transfer window on Locatelli, even though he didn't want to come. Yeah, exactly. I'm not disputing that we've had a bad transfer window. Am I selling my ticket for the Chelsea game, giving it away, or putting it on the fire? Do you know what? I'm not doing either. And the reason why I'm not doing any of those things is I'm leaving my seat empty because I want Arsenal to know that I'm not happy with the situation. I could sell it, but then Arsenal would still be they'd still be filling that seat. I want my seat to go empty. All about making statements. It's all about making statements. Big up Danny Lyons 82. I prefer Ozil than Odegaard. Big up Mark Wilson. Everybody in the chat, do hit the like button, guys. Listen, smash that like button. Right, let's have a look. BX Gunner 81. I've not seen you here, so big up to you. Our main transfer was supposed to be a new manager. Until then, we're not going anywhere. I agree. I do agree. We got Eric. He said, "I love this club." Oh, Jesus Christ! You absolute joker. It's mad. Big up Benjamin J. He said, "Odegaard and Ramsdale, two quality signings. Should be difference in getting top four. One more and we should win the league." Mate, you've got to be joking with this comment, right? You can't be serious. Please tell me you are not serious with this comment. Odegaard, look, I think he's got potential, and I'm not writing him off. And I get the guys that do. Like, I'm not saying that you can't write. I think he'll do good. Ramsdale, no, I don't want that fucking. I can't catch a ball with my hands, Dale, at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? I don't want fucking Ramsdale, Aaron fucking. I can't save to save my life. Fucking Ramsdale. Don't want him anywhere near Arsenal. Nowhere near Arsenal. When you've been at a club, right? Yeah, and been relegated twice with one club. And I'm not saying it's all on him, but I just don't rate him. It's mad. Let's have a look. Odegaard is a decent signing for us, but Ramsdale is a shameful keeper. Yeah, exactly. He is. He is. I don't want Ramsdale. Odegaard might come good for you guys. Under a different manager, he might become one hell of a player. This is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. And the reason why I'm saying this, James, as well, right? Yeah, is because I saw a shit show on Friday and I saw two decent players who majority of Arsenal fans rate perform badly. And they were Balogun and Martinelli. They performed shocking. But are they crap players? No, they're crap players. And they seem crap now because Arteta is not the right man for this job. That's what I'm saying to you. Under a different manager. Listen, I've already accepted the fact that we're going to have a few more tough weeks. But I've also accepted the fact that Arteta's gone. Let me tell you something now. If we don't win against Man City and Chelsea, which, listen, that's a real possibility. In fact, it's probable. If we don't win against Man City or Chelsea, which, look, I would put money on it that we ain't going to win, then Arteta's job is under threat. Because let me tell you something, right? Yeah. We messed up last season. I can't see the board, and I honestly can't see this happening because let me tell you something, the fans ain't going to stand for it. Let me tell you something. No manager before has ever gone into a season before the transfer window ends under so much pressure as Arteta. And listen, he's gone. He's finished. When you lose the dressing room, it's like your virginity. You ain't getting it back. Do you know what I mean? When you lose I said this yesterday, when you lose the dressing room, you ain't getting it back. You might as well treat that dressing room like your virginity. Once you've lost it forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, you ain't getting it back. However much you try and dress it up, however much you try and save it, it ain't happening. Once you've lost it, you've lost it. And I'm talking about the dressing room here. But I'm just making the comparison. Once you've lost it, you've lost it. Uh, Arsenal fans are like kids in a candy shop, and the parents give the kids a fruit, says Eric. These transfers could have been done months ago. Wasting time and resources as always. Trust the process. It's just them feeding us cheese. Do you know what? I don't even. You're right about trusting the process. It's fucking bollocks, mate. This process never exists. This process is non-existent. It's not. He's not a good manager. It's clear as plain as day. I hope after 5 games I get my Christmas present early and he's gone. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's gone. He's gone. It's just a matter of time. Like I said earlier, right? From now on, I'm not blaming Arteta. I'm blaming the board because they're the ones keeping him in charge. So for me, if we lose to Chelsea and we lose to Man City, which is probably going to happen, and like a mug, I'm going to that Man City game. Honestly, I'm traveling all the way up to Manchester to watch it. And let me tell you, honestly, it's mad. But let me tell you something. If we lose, or actually, let me rephrase that: when we lose, because we are going to. Let's be honest here. Then I'm blaming the board for keeping him in a job. Amy says we look so underprepared, and Arteta's out of his depth. I completely agree. I'm going to give Ramsdale the chance. He was player of the season for 2 clubs back to back. Yes, they were relegated, but he must have done something to be voted player of the season twice. I don't know. I don't know, really. I don't know. Omar says, what an analogy. It's true. It's true, Omar. Honestly, I'm telling you right, yeah. Once you've lost the dressing room, you ain't getting it back. And it's the same with your virginity, innit? Once you've lost it, you ain't getting it back. All these girls, right, yeah? All these girls that lose their virginity and then pretend to be born again virgins. Listen, no, no, I've got to be careful what I say because the last time I went off and spoke onto a tangent, my video got demonetized. So I got to be fucking careful. But honestly, these girls that just fake, that just pretend that they've got their virginity back. Honestly, ain't happening. Once you've lost it, you've lost it. Cue my video getting Cue my video getting demonetized, or cue my video with my monetization under review. Last time I fucking ranted, every time I've ranted, right? Yeah, all my videos have had their monetization under review. Honestly, it's a joke, mate. This YouTube thing is an absolute joke. Taib says Lukaku's going to send Arsenal back to pre-season. I thought you said Arteta then. Steve says, I bet you lost yours ages ago. Oh, Joker. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Bear with me, guy. How much would it cost me for the city trip? Honestly, it's costing me an arm and a leg, Mike. It's costing me an arm and a leg. So, like, my ticket wasn't too bad, but my train fare's like 90 quid. And then the hotel is like another 80 quid. So I'm paying like nearly 200 quid. Big up Ricardo. I've missed you, mate, in the chat. So I always I miss seeing you here, bro. Big up to you though. Hope you get. Yeah, do you know do you know what it is? Because he done a fans one, didn't he? So I tried to get on, but because his chat moves like crazy, I couldn't find the link. I tried to click on the StreamYard link and it disappeared, and then I couldn't find it. So I would have got, but I couldn't click on the StreamYard link. It was mad. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. So yeah, I tried. I tried. Honestly, it's total mad. Look, there's 20 people in the chat, right? Yeah, everyone smash the like button. Smash the granny out this like button. Honestly, it's mad. Listen, keep firing them commenting because I'll read them out. I think I've pretty much exhausted this Odegaard thing, but I'll do a few more comments. So keep smashing them in. What we got here? Let's have a look. That's the problem here, right? Yeah, I have to every time my fucking speech software throws me right to the top of the comments. So I end up right back at the start of the comments instead of the bottom one. Let's have a look here. Big up Melina in the chat. Yeah, big up Melina in the chat. Eric says I came in late. What's your thoughts on Odegaard? So for those who come in late, I'll just give a brief summary. With at the risk of repeating myself, look, I'm not against Odegaard. I don't. The thing with me, and I've said from day one, right, isn't it? And when I've been talking about Odegaard, I've always said I've not seen enough from him to warrant signing him on a permanent deal. But having said that, I'm not against him if like I said this, I wouldn't be against him if it happened, and that's purely on the basis that I'd like to see more. It's not me saying that I don't agree with his signing. I just it's hard to talk about a player when I've not really seen him, to be honest. I've not really seen fucking anybody, to be honest. That's clear as day. But I've not really seen him. Do you know what I mean? I've not really seen him perform, but I do think he's got potential. I do think he can perform. We got Daniel Connell. He says Odegaard. I keep mispronouncing his name. How do you say it? Is it fucking Odegaard, fucking Erdegaard? I don't know. I keep mispronouncing his name. But yeah, Daniel O'Connor says he's a good signing, but we're still 4 players short. 3-4 players short. Yeah, I agree. I do think we need to sign 3 or 4 players. And what worries me, oh look, see, there's a notification there. Arteta's lost his job. No, only joking. Yeah. What worries me is this going to be the last signing? Yeah. Let's have a look. Apart from Odegaard and Ramsdale possibly signing, what else do you guys need in the squad? Said James. What other positions? I think we need a right back, and I'd say we need a striker. And I would still go and buy Hossim Aouar as well as Odegaard. So I would probably say a right back, a forward, and I'd say 3 players. If we went and got Aouar, I'm not sure about this Philip Coutinho, although I'm not sure if we're getting Odegaard. I'm not sure we'll get Coutinho and Odegaard. I'm not sure about this Aubameyang for Coutinho links. So yeah, I would say a right back. See, if we went and got OR, went and got Max Aarons, went and got maybe, I don't know, because there's not a lot of decent strikers out there, is there? There's not a lot of decent strikers out there. So I would probably get. Yeah, it's a job to know. Big up Russ as well in the chat. I hope he open up that box for Auba to bang goals in, even if he's banging in goals, even if he bangs goals himself. Arteta's not going to lose his job, says Ricardo. He is. He's done, mate. He's done. He's done. Russ says, "Have you calmed down?" Oh, do you know what, mate? This club, right? Yeah, you can never be calm for too long with this fucking club. I can tell you, the way this club moves, they just get you angry. They got Kara Louis. Odegaard is an okay play. He's not going to set the place on fire. Just the next body. I'm not surprised he's back. Yeah, Real Madrid levels too superior. Let's have a look. Odegaard is good. We only saw small glimpse of him last season. Only 14 games. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I get why people are underwhelmed. Let's have a look. I think we should go for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, says Daniel Connell. I would take Calvert-Lewin all day long. I would, honestly, if we went and got Calvert-Lewin, I would take him all day long. Let's have a look here. Pepe down the middle has to happen, says BX Gunner 81. James says Daniel is not for sale, obviously talking to Daniel Connell. Mike says Chelsea scored. Do you know what? I don't know. Chelsea score. Listen, we're probably going to get battered. Let's be honest. Ricardo says Ramsdale, good signing. Odegaard, 1 goal and 2 assists in 14. We need goal scorers. Do you know what, Russ? Right? Yeah, I laugh because you're against Odegaard, but you're firmly behind Granit Xhaka. Honestly, mate, I find it hard that you're against Odegaard, a young player who's hardly proven himself, and maybe that's why some of you are against it, and that's fine. But yet you're backing Granit Xhaka, who is consistently let us down time and time again. I find that really strange. I've got to be honest. Right, let's have a look here. Fucking hell, these comments are moving like crazy. These comments are moving quicker than Granit Xhaka. I can tell you that. Honestly, these comments are moving quicker than Granit Xhaka. I swear Arsenal will be the team Werner finds his boots against. Probably. It's mad. Pepe gets a pass for 3 seasons. Odegaard comes in 6 months. and he's not good enough. He does decent, and he's not good enough. Yeah. You know the thing is with Pepe though, I think I blame Arteta for Pepe's decline as well. I do blame Arteta for Pepe's decline. Come on, Russ. Russ, mate. Seriously. He says, "Oh, come on, you can't compare Odegaard to Xhaka. Xhaka's levels above." What? A guy who consistently fucking makes mistakes and he has a good Euros and everyone fucking is spunking over him again. Seriously, come on, man. Granit Xhaka. Do you know what, right? Yeah, this is part of the problem, right? Yeah. And I ain't going to go on my, and I don't really want to go on my soapbox about Granit Xhaka because I've done it too many times. But let me tell you something, right? Yeah, this is why our club is in a mess because you've still got people who fucking back Granit Xhaka. Really, what Granit Xhaka's levels above Odegaard? What has Granit Xhaka done to be levels above Odegaard? Really, what has he done apart from make mistake after mistake? We might as well put a fucking statue in midfield. Do you know what I mean? And because he has a good Euros in a completely different setup and system, everybody thinks he's fucking world class. And it'll be the same again. Like, honestly, granted, he signed a contract to 2025, right? Yeah. Let me tell you, when that year rolls around, it will be, oh, well, he had a good Euros in 2024. Let's give him a fucking another contract. Oh, he played a blinder in Germany at the Euros in 2024. Let's give him another fucking contract. No, Granit Xhaka is not good enough. And the quicker people wake up and realize that, the better. Granit Xhaka, and do you know what? For me, it's not just about the fact that he's not good. You're backing a player. You are backing a player who told the fans to fuck off. You are backing a player who threw the captain's armband. Are you seriously going to back someone that's done that? And yet he threw the captain's armband, and then now then on Friday he was captain again. I'm sorry, that guy should never be nowhere near Arsenal. He should never be the captain. And do you know what? This is why we'll never progress, because there are people that still back Granit Xhaka. Like this love fest. Do you know what? Right? Yeah, this love fest for Granit Xhaka is just like this love fest certain people have for Arteta. Seriously, Arteta ain't good enough. He needs to be sacked. Granit Xhaka ain't good enough. He needs to be sold. Only Arsenal, right? Yeah, can be in from like days away from selling Granit Xhaka to Roma. He was practically flirting with Mourinho, practically flirting with Roma, going, "Oh, Rome's a nice place. Yeah, Mourinho's a quality manager. Only we can go from selling him to, I know what, Granit, let's offer you a new contract. There you go, son. Sign the deal." Seriously, people need to fucking realize that Granit Xhaka ain't the answer. People need to realize that Granit Xhaka is a pile of flaming dog shit. He ain't good enough. Let's have a look. Xhaka didn't have a good Euros. He had one good game in the Euros. Yeah, but apparently you can't speak bad of Granit Xhaka, Mark, because apparently a lot of people still rate him. Jesus Christ. Let's have a look here. What else we got? Ricardo says Arteta needs to stay. You joker. On the fence about Xhaka, mate. I couldn't be more on off the fence when it comes to Granit Xhaka. 5 captain system, but they're all horrible. Arteta hasn't got a handle, let alone a phone number, let alone players' phone numbers. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. Big up Danny Cook. He said, Hope you're well. Same old Arsenal every season, and it's getting worse each season. Yeah, you're right, mate. You are right. And big up to you. I'm well. You're all coming out tonight. Jesus, nice to see all of you in the chat. Let's have a look. Arsenal Manic says, if Xhaka meet and greet and signed your shirt, would you be converted? Tell you, if Xhaka met me, he would need counselling because I would tell him where to go. Honestly, I don't care, man. I'll be like, get the fuck out of the club. Honestly, if Xhaka, the day that happens, it ain't gonna happen. But I would fucking tell him. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's good enough. And the quicker people stop soft soaking these crap players and start accepting that they ain't good enough, we've gone from having one of the best midfielders in Patrick Vieira. Remember the Invincibles? We have Patrick Vieira, quality, and now we're accepting Granit Xhaka as the best that we can have. Really? Is that what it's come to now? Is that what it's come to? And do you know what? Another thing, right? Yeah, people keep saying, right, oh, we need to lower our expectations. Bullshit. I ain't lowering my expectations. The club need to meet my expectations, not I'm going to lower it to their expectations. They need to meet my expectations as a fan. As a fan who goes, and I'm not saying this, and I want to make this point before I go in on this point. I accept that when fans live abroad, they can't go. But I go week in, week out. I travel from Devon to go to every home game. Sometimes I don't get home till 5 o'clock in the morning. I go away from home. I travel up to watch us get battered by Nottingham Forest. I travelled up to watch us get absolutely fucking mauled by Man City. Probably going to happen again when I go up in a couple of weeks' time. And yet we've got to lower our expectations. Fuck that. The club need to meet our expectations as fans because it's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. Cheers, Daniel. I need to go. Take care. Take care, James. Thanks for popping in. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. What do we got? Who would be, with everyone fit, who would be your midfield three for Arsenal? Do you know what? Mine would probably be Partey, Lokonga, and Odegaard. Partey, Lokonga, and Odegaard. As it stands right now, with the players we have, Partey, Lokonga, and Odegaard. But if we sign some more players, then it might be different. But who knows? Exactly, Manic. He said if they want us to lower our expectations, they should half the price for tickets to reflect our position in the league. Yeah, they ain't going to do that because we're run by a fucking owner who just wants to, who's only interested in lining his pockets. And I don't even think the owner's interested in lining his pockets because if Stan Kroenke had anything about him, he would want our team to be the most successful it can be because he obviously hasn't worked out yet that a most successful team is a more money-making team because when you're in the top competitions, the Premier League, the Champions League, i.e., etc., you're going to get more money for winning those competitions. You ain't going to get jack shit for winning the FA Cup. You ain't going to get jack shit for participating in the Europa League. You ain't going to get jack shit for finishing 8th twice in a row. So I don't even think the Cronkies just wanted to line their pockets. I just don't think they have a fucking clue. They ain't good businessmen. Do you know what I mean? Even fucking Vince McMahon, who's lost the plot in WWE, says that Kroenke isn't a good businessman. You know you're in the shit when Vince McMahon says that you ain't a good businessman. Let's be honest here. Let's be real here. Vince McMahon has gone rapidly downhill, but he was always a good businessman. Russ says, why does every manager value Xhaka? Because all the managers we've had have lost the fucking plot. We signed Emery, who valued Xhaka. Listen, let me get it wrong, right? Yeah. Emery wasn't the right man for the job. He's better than Arteta, granted, but he wasn't the right man for the job. And I've always said with Emery, he deserves. If he'd have had an interpreter, he would have done a lot better. And Arteta's clueless. And obviously, Arsene Wenger decided to sign him over N'Golo Kante. Let me ask you this then, right? Yeah, because I know people are going to go, oh, well, Arsene Wenger was a top manager and all this and all that. Let me ask you this. Where's Granit Xhaka now? And where's N'Golo Kante? And what have both of those two players won? And then there's your answer. There's your answer. N'Golo Kante has won titles, Champions Leagues, even a World Cup with France. What's Granit Xhaka won? Oh, great. A few FA Cups. Fucking brilliant. Absolute brilliant. Genius. Where are we going to end up in the league? At the end, mate, I think we're going to be about 12th, 13th. Honestly, I do. Ricardo says Arteta's obsessed with young players. It's weird. Mate, Arteta's weird. Let's have a look. If Ramsdale comes, says static, no. Exactly. Exactly. 18 likes. Come on, guys. Smash that like button. Arsenal finished 10th, says Bob. Keep smashing that like. Arsenal Manic, did you see Xhaka against France, a masterclass? Yeah, he had a good game. But do you know what? Just because he had a good game doesn't mean make him a good player. When he has 38 games straight of that, then come back to me. When he does that for 38 games in the league, then you can tell me that Granit Xhaka's decent. But it ain't gonna happen. Look, even a broken clock is right twice a day, but does that make it a decent clock? No, it don't. Still broken. Big up Danny Cook. It's amazing how much sense you talk. How so much of our fans talk utter bollocks. Chat a load of rubbish. Have low expectations. Like you, I want the best for our club. Do you know what, Danny? Right? Yeah, I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan who wants the. I want to be good. I want to be successful. I want our club to win, and I'm fed up of this club taking the piss out of fans. And do you know what? Like, I'm just expressing my views. It's just my opinion. Listen, I'm not adverse and I'm not against people having different opinions. And I'm not against people, having different opinions to me. But I just want my club to be successful. I want my club to win. And it's crazy. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Static says Ornstein the fraud. Joanne says, evening, Daniel. Ramsdale's not in the Sheffield lineup tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want Ramsdale. Ha! Terry's delusion. Who's that? Big up to you. The transfer you should really be angry about is Ramsdale. He back-to-back relegations, he's going for the hat trick. Let me tell you something. Arsenal, Arteta ain't gonna be in charge that long for it to happen. And let me tell you something. As soon as a decent manager comes in, Arteta's got as soon as the Arteta's gone, we're gonna be getting a decent manager. Let me tell you that. Arteta's gonna be fucking gone. Like 4 or 5 games, Arteta's gonna be gone. Let me tell you something. He's gone. He's fucking done, guys. He is absolutely fucking done. Listen, I'm gonna do 5 more comments and then I'm getting myself out of here because I've been going for almost an hour, and it's been a bit of a weird show tonight because I feel like I've not been at my best, but it's been a good show. But I feel like I've not been at my best in terms of like broadcasting and stuff. So yeah, it's been weird. I'm always critical of myself when I have bad shows, but it's part and parcel of YouTube, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah, listen, I'll do 5 more comments, so get them in. Obviously, StreamYard's going to be a fucking nightmare trying to get them through. But yeah, listen, I'll do 5 more questions, 5 more comments, and then I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to plan ahead for the weekend. Obviously, I'm going to be back tomorrow with another stream. Probably be talking about Ramsdale. Oh God, Jesus Christ! I hope not. But yeah, listen, I'll be putting a poll up as well in the next hour or so, and I want you guys to vote for which Premier League watch along you'd like me to do, as well as obviously I'm not doing the Arsenal one because I'm at a family barbecue, but I will be doing the review and fans phoning and Arsenal fans phoning. So do look out for that. That will be Sunday night. It might be about 9 p.m. I'll probably do that. So I'll still be doing that. The Arsenal fans phoning and review. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to come on and talk, you have to be an Arsenal fan, but you can come on. And then next week, depending on when we're playing, we're playing Saturday. So yeah, Saturday I'll be doing. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the fans phoning an Arsenal show on that day because I'm actually going to the game. But I'm gonna try and fit that in. But I will be doing as well coming up soon next week. I think I'm probably going to do it next Sunday. I'm going to do the Premier League fans phoning. So anybody, you can come on and talk about your club. So yeah, those are going to be happening next week. I hope you spend the rest of your. Nah, exactly, mate. Absolutely not. Arteta. I hope you spend the rest of your evening listening to Arteta interviews, Arteta's wisdom, and be inspired and blown off your feet. Absolutely not. When Arteta leaves, he's going to be disappearing. I reckon you lot will beat Chelsea, so Arteta stays longer in the job. I hope not. Big up, Chanobar. You're new to the chat, so do hit the subscribe button. Would really appreciate that. I've not seen you in the chat before. But you're on Facebook, or watching on Facebook, so big up to you. If you are watching on Facebook, do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm on the road to 3,000 subscribers, and I'm almost at 2,100. So yeah, do hit that like button and do hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. Also, I'm working on some guests to come on as well, so Stay tuned for that. Listen, guys, I'm going to wrap this show up because I've been on for absolutely ages. So yeah, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll talk to you all tomorrow back here at 7 p.m. You guys know the time. Until then, take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Try not to let Arsenal fucking ruin your week. And yeah, listen, we go again tomorrow. Take care, guys.